Airplane pilots go through hours of training in order to fly through low visibility or clouds. And once they've done all this training, they end up getting what's called an instrument rating. Now during their training, they simulate flying through the clouds by using a visor or what's called a hood, so that they can't see outside. That keeps them focused on the instruments that they have inside the aircraft. Now 6 of these instruments are what we call the 6-pack. And the pilot has to continually scan back and forth to each one of these instruments to make sure that they are straight and level when they're flying and that they're aware of what they're doing. Even advanced pilots will feel as if they're turning in straight and level flight, but they're taught to just trust those instruments. And so if they don't trust those instruments, we say that they're flying by the seat of their pants, and they could possibly find themselves in a deadly situation. They have to trust that their instruments are actually telling them the truth about their position. Now, this is similar to what we experience in our post-truth culture today. And so post-truth was the Oxford Dictionary Word of the Year in 2016. And it's where emotional and personal beliefs are more influential on shaping our opinions than objective facts. And so people no longer base their decisions on what's true, but how they feel. This is basically like a pilot grounding the truth of the position of his airplane based on how he feels and flying by the seat of his pants. And this raises the question for us though, what is truth and can we know it? So what is truth? First, we need to make a distinction between objective truth and subjective truth. Objective truths are facts that are not affected by personal opinions or feelings. If you don't believe in gravity, will you begin to float away? No, of course not. Gravity is true whether you believe it or not. This is an objective truth. Subjective truth is dependent on the subject or a person's opinion. Chocolate is the best ice cream is an example of subjective truth. It's true for the individual, but not everyone. And the individual's opinion can change. Truth is better defined as that which is true or in accordance with fact or reality. It is the way things really are. The earth has never been flat, even when it was believed to be so. The truth is that the earth is round and has always been round, despite people's beliefs. So how can we know what is true? When determining the truth, it is best to eliminate whatever is not true. Most claims can be eliminated if you understand what's called the law of non-contradiction. For example, there is no such thing as a married bachelor. Either you're married or you're a bachelor. And if you disagree with me, then try to explain that to your wife. Another example would be someone saying, I cannot speak a word of English. And they just said 8 words. So we understand that that's a contradiction. As Christians, we need to guard ourselves and guard others from false ideas. The Apostle Paul even speaks of this in 2 Corinthians. He says, we demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God. And we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. Unless confronted with the truth, people will be more than happy to remain where they are the most comfortable. And how will they know the truth if they've never heard it? These wrong views and bad ideas cannot escape the truth. Although views can have good things or merits, they will be found false when they are followed to their logical conclusion. This is why Christians shouldn't be afraid of confrontations. Truth is on our side. The question you should ask yourself is, am I grounded in truth or am I flying by the seat of my pants?